We're going to start with, this craziness with Donald Trump talking about that he is the victim of a lynching by Democrats in the form of impeachment, which really pissed off a lot of people, saying, how dare you say that? That word is incendiary, it means something.
Yeah, and it is now blowing up not only in the president's face, but in the face of another candidate, one of the leading Democratic candidates, Joe Biden. And you have some people going after Joe Biden who you wouldn't normally expect to go after Joe Biden.
Because the door opened, and it's hard now to say, well, this person can go through the door, but this person can't.
Right, because it was pointed out to people that Joe Biden used the term lynching back in the 90s when he was talking about the impeachment process with President Clinton. So,
well, here we should just say this is what Joe Biden said.
It seems to me that the process is being demeaned. No matter what happens, even if the president should be impeached, history is going to question whether or not this was just a partisan lynching.
So, it's been said before, so we get Common out. And Common had a very strong, interesting, nonpartisan take on this whole thing.
He's basically putting all politicians on notice.
Politicians should understand, like, if you're running for a high office in government, you gotta understand that what this government has done, what this country has done to people, first of all, to the Native Americans and to black people, and also, marginalizing brown people too. You gotta understand that. So to use the word lynching and to know how people were lynched, and you're a politician trying to say, this is a lynching, it's the wrong choice of words.
Well, so now the question is, how does everybody respond to this? Because I don't know if you remember, I think we talked about this yesterday even, that Clarence Thomas talks about a high-tech
you were
lynching.
talking about the Clarence Thomas, but we didn't remember, obviously,
But Joe Biden did. I didn't remember that either. So it's been used.
It's been used, and listen, we say this all the time, but it's a different time. It's a different time, and but maybe for whatever reason, Joe Biden used that word back then, and everybody was fine with it. There are a lot of words like that, and everyone's got to be. If you're running for office or you're in office, you should be aware of these things.
But it's interesting because there are some people who say, okay, well, it was a different time, and there are other people who are saying there's no excuse because, for example, the blackface. With certain politicians, which went back as far as that, if not further, people still said you should have known better.
Yeah, well, the 90s, yes, you should have known.
Right, but
it didn't hurt Trudeau, obviously.
Didn't hurt Trudeau.
It didn't hurt him, but
by the way, we got Piers Morgan out too, and he echoed what Common said. So it seems like along the political spectrum, there is that kind of sentiment right now.
Exactly. So everybody, what Piers said was, look, if you're going to go after Trump, that's fine. But you got to go after Biden and everybody else too.
Hi, this is Naomi from London, and I just feel like I co-sign both what Common and Piers Morgan have said in terms of the language being outdated, but I definitely don't agree that it is a fake outrage. I feel like it doesn't matter how much we develop ourselves in our communities, we still are affected by such language. So I just feel like it should be stopped, especially from politicians.
Seems to me it's going to be stopped now. I think people have kind of spoken about it.
People will be choosing their words very wisely, I would hope.